Dear student, today I am going to cover the pronouns. A pronoun example: I, me, he, she, herself, you, it, that, they, each, few, many, who, whoever, whose, someone, everybody, etc. is a word that takes the place of a noun. In the sentence, Joy saw Jill and he waved at her. The pronoun he and her take the place of Joy and Jill respectively. There are three types of pronoun: subject, for example he, object, him, or possessive, his. Rule number first: subject pronoun are used when the pronoun is the subject of the sentence. You can remember subject pronoun easily by filling in the blank subject space for a simple sentence. Did the job. I did the job, he did the job, she did the job, we did the job, they did the job, who did the job, whoever, etc. all qualify and therefore subject pronoun. Subject pronoun are also used if they rename the subject. They will follow to be verbs such as is, are, was, were, am, will be, had been, etc. It is he, because here it is they rename the subject. This is she speaking. It is we who are responsible for the decision to downsize. Rule number 3. This rule surprises even language watcher when who refers to a personal pronoun I, you, he, she, we, they. It takes the verb that agree with that pronoun. It is I who am sorry. Here the rule says that when who refers to a personal pronoun, it takes the verb that agrees with that pronoun. It is you who are mistaken. So here personal pronoun is you, then verb will be agree with that are. Next, rule number 4. In addition to subject pronoun, there are also object pronoun, known more specifically as direct object, indirect object, and object of a preposition. Object pronoun include me, him, herself, us, them, themselves. Jean saw him. Him is the direct object of the verb saw. Give her the book. The direct object of give is book, and her is the indirect object. Are you talking to me? Me is the object of the preposition to. Rule number 5. The pronoun who, that, and which become singular or plural depending on the subject. If the subject is singular, use a singular verb. If it is plural, use a plural verb. Example: he is the only one of those men who is always on time. Here the word who refers to one, therefore use the singular verb is. Sometimes we must look more closely to find a verb's true subject. He is the one of those men who are always on time. The word who refers to man, therefore use the plural verb. Rule number 6. Pronouns that are singular: I, he, she, it, everyone, everybody, anyone, anybody, no one, nobody, someone, somebody, each, either, neither, etc. require singular verb. This rule is frequently overlooked when using the pronoun each, either, and neither followed by of. Those three pronouns always take singular verb. Do not mislead by what follows of. Each of the girls sings well, Either of us is capable of doing the job. Neither of them is able to speak right now. Exception 1. The singular pronoun I and you take plural verb. Exception 2. When each follows a noun or pronoun in certain sentence, even experienced writers sometimes get tripped up. The woman each gave her approval. The correct is the women each gave their approval. These examples do not contradict Rule 6 because each is not the subject but rather an adjacent describing the true subject. Rule number 7. To decide whether to use the subject or object pronoun after the word then or as, mentally complete the sentence. If you are going to decide whether to use subject or object pronoun after the word then or as, mentally complete the sentence. Train is as smarter as she. If we mentally complete the sentence, we would say Train is as smart as she is. Therefore, she is the correct answer. Joy is taller than I. Daniel would rather talk to her than I or me. We have to mentally complete the sentence. Rule number 8. The possessive pronoun yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs, and whose never need apostrophe. Avoid mistake like hers and yours. The only time it is has an apostrophe is when it is a contraction for it is or it has. The only time who has an apostrophe is when it means who is or who is. There is no apostrophe in oneself. Avoid oneself a common error. It has been a cold morning. Here it is a contraction of has. It has. That's why it's. The thermometer reads its highest reading. He is the one who is always on the time. He is the one whose wife is always on the time. Keeping oneself ready is important. Pronouns that ends in self or selves are called reflexive pronoun. There are 9 reflexive pronouns: myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, oneself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Reflexive pronouns are used when both the subject and the object of a verb are the same person or thing. When the subject and object of a verb are the same person or thing, Joy helped himself. Joy bought it for himself. Reflexive pronouns help avoid confusion and nonsense. Without them, we might be stuck with sentences like Joy helped Joy. I worked myself to the bone. The object myself is the same person as the subject I performing the act of working. My brother and myself did it. My brother and I did it. Don't use myself unless the pronoun I or me precede it in the sentence. Please give it to John or me, not myself, because pronoun I or me precede it in the sentence. You saw me bring myself. You saw me being myself. Myself refer back to me in the act of being. Reflexive pronoun when the subject and object of a verb are the same person or thing. A sentence like help yourself look like exception to the rule until we realize it is a short form of you may help yourself. In certain cases, a reflexive pronoun may come first. Doubting himself, the man proceeded cautiously. Reflexive pronouns are also used for emphasis. He himself finished the whole job. Rule number 11a. The use of they and their with singular pronoun is frowned upon by many traditionalists. To be consistent, it is good practice to try to avoid they and its variants, them, their, themselves with previously singular noun or pronoun. The use of they and their with singular pronoun is frowned upon by many traditionalists. To be consistent, it is good practice to try to avoid they and its variant with previously singular noun or pronoun. Someone has to do it and they have to do it well. Technically correct, someone has to do it and he someone has to do it and he or she has to do it well. The problem is that someone is singular but they is plural. If we change they to he or she, we get a rather clumsy sentence even if it is technically correct. Replacing an inconsistent sentence with a poorly written one is a bad bargain. The better option is to rewrite. Someone has to do it and has to do it well. Next, rule number 11. When rewriting is not practical and gender neutrality is desired, use they, them, their, themselves or themselves with singular noun, proper noun and pronoun. If you see Charlie on the trail, tell them to be careful. Rule number 12. When a pronoun is linked with a noun by and, mentally remove the and plus noun phrase to avoid trouble. Her and her friend came over. If remove and her friend, we are left with ungrammatical her came over. She and her friend came over. Mentally remove the and, she and her friend came over. I invited he and his wife. I invited him and his wife. When a pronoun linked with a noun by and, mentally remove the and plus that I am going to stop.